Oh, hello everyone. It's been 11 days since I put up the last video. Well, mostly since I started these videos for a short period of time, I've actually done nothing. I've said nothing other than to explain the little intricacies of how things were going to be. Trying to add a little bit of extra meat on the actual bone that I actually put there in the first place. There's not a lot else I can actually physically say at the minute, so I'm going to try and find new content to put up on this channel until I can actually start talking about the next lot of stuff I can do. So basically, when I set these videos up, basically the first little bit I've basically said is it's going to cost me a little bit to set things up. I've basically said what I can do, what I can't do, and how much excuse me for saying that. Excuse me for that. Basically telling you exactly what the income is going to be when I get it all sorted out, and that's just for the first little bit. So when you've got all them billions floating around and you're getting the first 6 months done with all the intricacies of farms, restaurants, investments, and just basically getting the church going and getting it where it runs for the first 6-7 months on the money that Christians alike would give. Obviously there are different ways within the Christian faith to give money. I don't think many pastors in the United Kingdom or around the world actually physically teach that. And I keep saying that I'm not a pastor, I'm not nothing. I'm a teacher and a prophet. So I'm going to try and get into my word a bit more and one or two other things. So basically I think that's what I might have to do until we can get this channel going. Hopefully this will end up then triggering the others off, because I need to get a number of subscribers. I already got my 9th one at the weekend, where we come out after the game of Man City. Some pundits thought that Man City could run away with the game. Usual pundits. They get paid an awful lot of money, but what real talent is there with them? What real talent have they got? They're stuck there with facts and figures, and they actually physically give nothing in return. So basically, when I'm sitting around with the billions that I'm going to have eventually, when the church gets going and the church can support everything else for the first 6, 7, maybe 8 months, we'll actually physically start to see that we are going to have quite an awful lot of cash at hand. and that could get the next phase, get the next part of phase 1 started. You know, it's going to take practically a year for some of these phases to get started, and that's just in phase 1. So just imagine how frustrating it's been in the past 22 years that I can't get X, Y or Z. And I've already put out the prayer call for others to keep praying for us while I'm still coming to the end of this inaugural test I've been going through for 22 years. Obviously the world doesn't care on certain things that are going to benefit them. You get other things that you know, like I was trying to say on the last video, people do sin. They sin on a regular basis. You just don't know. Just like when your mother and father brings you up in the 70s, you know, when I was being brought up, they try to stop us from swearing. They try to get us to be nice, which, you know, I was one of these. I was one of these gentle people. I'll put this on hold for a second. And people used to try and teach me manners. They used to teach us how to write. The school tried to get us to write in my right hand, which unfortunately they won over. My family tried to get us to write in my left hand. There was an argument over that. Petty little things, but it would have been easier if I could write with both hands. It would be a heck of a lot easier. But you know, so I'll be there in my little office, going through the first phase, and then basically going through phase 1 part 2, ready, trying to get part 2 signed off, ready for, and try and get that bit in place while I was getting phase 2 started. I could actually start trying to put matters of phase 1, part 1, to a close, and yet we're still talking about 0.2% of the overall income. You know, so basically we're talking about lots of cash and we're barely getting into 1%. In fact, we haven't getting into 1%, we've only getting into 0.2%, and here we have billions of pounds. Even when the investments start hitting into the trillions, it's going to be extremely hard, because some people are going to wonder, well, how did he get to that? All you would need to do is watch my daily videos I would be putting up. But I wouldn't be going into depth on certain things. You know, I wouldn't be going into depth. I would just be saying, oh, well, we've made X amount today. It would be near the figure, but it wouldn't be actually the figure. Because, like everybody else, we have opportunists in this world that actually try and take advantage, and that's the last thing we need. And basically, you know, when we're trying to get through all these different phases, trying to get things sorted out, getting the first 4 countries and a couple of islands dealt with, or a few islands dealt with actually, and basically getting them, well, not just helping them to govern themselves, but basically trying to help them in the financial support area, and sometimes getting projects up and going, and that would be that. Then we have, as I say, we would end up getting phase 2 into place as well. Basically, I would just say, well, this is phase 1, part 2. So basically it would still be all part phase 1, but we'd end up having different parts, just like you have had for something like EastEnders, because you have a 30-minute show one particular day, and now for 7 days almost you have 7 30-minute episodes. You know, so every one of them could be a part of a sequel, and that's what this would be. We'd also get the programming into place. We'd end up getting other programming dealt with, not just on this channel but on other channels that would eventually get happening, because as soon as this thing gets going, everybody and their dog will want to be a part of it. Everyone and their dog would want to be a part of this. What I want to do is get some housekeeping done. If you've watched this video for the first time and you're wondering what's going on, I'd refer you back to my first ever video, God's Plan. You can actually see that in my YouTube collection. Well, we're getting all this dealt with, and as we're getting all this dealt with, you can subscribe. You can go to all, so you can actually get notified when I'm actually making a video. At present, it's not going to be as regular as I would like it to be, but I am getting to 9 subscribers. I got 25 views about 2 months ago, but I don't think I've actually been notified of getting any more than that yet, because I'm not hitting particular topics that everybody likes to hear yet. So basically I can get certain things done and also get phase 2 sorted out, get other things sorted out, but we'd end up having a channel on YouTube. In fact, we'd end up having 8 in total, because this one would still continue, and we'd end up having 7 others. So you're going to end up having 8 lots of 24 hours, not all with me, by the way, because I would end up making sure I had other people. Unfortunately, they would end up having to be, everything would have to be written for them, so they wouldn't be doing it just like me, where I'm doing it ad hoc, where basically I have no script, no nothing. I know what I want to say, but other people would have to have a script to go by. and other people would find out exactly what was happening here, there and everywhere else. So I think that's where I'm going to leave my video after 15 minutes. If you're still going after 15 minutes watching this video, well done. And hopefully it's not going to be too long before I end up bringing another video out. It's only been 11 days since the last one, so you never know. We'll see how things go in the next couple of weeks to see exactly if we can get somewhere, get things dealt with and whatever, because obviously it's going to take a while for me to be able to financially support myself, even when eventually the universal credit that I get disappears. So we'd end up having to hope and live in hope for the next few months to actually get a decent wage that most people would get on a weekly basis. Bye bye for now, and see you on the next video.